tech tips. Our topic: setting up the Limitless platform to demo the INSIGHTqcx system to your customers. The QX Limitless platform takes connectivity, control, and compliance to the next level. This new platform has been designed to offer uncomplicated connectivity, uninterrupted productivity, and cordless control. Before we go any further, it's important to point out it's your customer's IT department that will dictate which Wi-Fi infrastructure they'll allow for tooling, so consult them early on in the purchase process. The setup I'll be configuring for you is one that makes it easy for you to conduct a live demo of the system for your customer. I'll lead you through the steps needed to connect your QX Wi-Fi tool to an MTC Insight controller. It's pretty straightforward. Let's get started. First, you need to create a Wi-Fi network. This network will allow the controller and tools to communicate with each other. Complicated? Not really. Once you set up the access point settings, you simply use the QX Connect Wi-Fi Insight app software to update the tool's Wi-Fi settings with the exact same info as the access point. Not complicated at all. More on how to do that in a bit. Access points come in all flavors, but all have basic settings, which is all you'll need. Your user interface may look different from mine, but I assure you, you'll be able to find the proper fields to populate and get your tools talking to your controller through the access point. Let's set up the access point first. Connect the access point to your PC with an Ethernet cable. Any port on the back of the access point will work except the port saved for an internet connection. Log into the access point from a web browser using the specified access point's default IP address, typically 192.168.1.1, but you may have to consult your access point's user manual for specific directions. When prompted, fill in the username and password. Note, this is not the name of the network or password used to sign into a network. This username and password is unique and used to keep bad actors out from your sensitive access point settings. Once signed in, locate the access point's LAN settings and set its IP type to static or dynamic DHCP. Static means you are physically assigning an address to the device. Dynamic or DHCP indicates the device is DHCP compatible, and the network will assign the device with an IP address automatically. I'm choosing DHCP. Note, most home access points' default setting is to have DHCP already selected or turned on. It's a worthwhile exercise to locate and validate DHCP is indeed selected for the LAN setting. Now locate the access point's wireless settings. Select the access point's frequency that the devices will communicate on. Typical choices are 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, or dual band. 2.4 is the common setting and most widely used. It has a longer range and can pass through obstacles better than 5G, but is slower. If you're going to select 5G, be sure your devices are compatible to the 5G frequency, otherwise they won't communicate. Dual bands benefit: if the 5G compatible tool wanders past the effective range of the 5G network, the 2.4G network will automatically pick it up and not drop communication. Next, create an SSID, or in other words, name your network. This is the name that will populate a typical menu listing available networks a user may attempt to connect to. I'll name this one Limitless 2 because it's my 2G network. For the wireless security selection, choose WPA2. WPA2 was created to be better, faster, and more robust than the original WPA security. For my password, I'll use my go-to, ElatedFinch888. Now I'll do the same for the 5G network, except I'll name it Limitless 5 for 5G. I'll use the same password and security selections. Once done, all I need to do is select Apply. With these minimal settings, the access point is set up to communicate with the QX Connect Wi-Fi tool and controller. Before closing the access point's interface, double-check its settings and write them down. You'll use these exact settings to configure the Wi-Fi settings of your tools. Launch the QX Connect Wi-Fi Insight app from your desktop. Connect your Wi-Fi tool to your PC with a USB cable. Click on View Modify Wi-Fi Settings USB mode. Populate the fields with the exact information you used for the access point. Server type? Use the pull-down menu and select QCX controller. SSID? Input the same name you used to name the network in the access point settings. Mine was Limitless 2. Select the same security type, WPA2 PSK. Band type? I chose Limitless 2, my access point's 2.4G network for the communication band, so I need to select 2.4 here. Password? I had used Elated Finch 888, and that's what I'll use here. You can ignore Toolport for this setup. IP mode? I had selected DHCP, so I'll set it here as well. Now click Update Tool Wi-Fi Settings. Done. All that's left to do to make the system Wi-Fi ready is to configure the controller to talk to the access point, and then pair a Wi-Fi Connect tool to the controller. Simple. Power up the MTC controller. Log in. Navigate to Settings, Ethernet settings, and change port 1 from static to dynamic, DHCP. Click Save. Use an Ethernet cable to connect the access point to port 1 of the MTC controller. Notice below the main interface the new IP address that is now assigned to port 1. The access point assigned this address automatically. All that's left is to pair the tool with the controller. Navigate to Wireless Tools. And click the pair icon. The controller goes into pairing mode, searching for a tool to connect to. Pull the trigger on the Wi-Fi tool to wake it up. From the back of the tool's display, navigate to the Wi-Fi icon. Press the checkmark button on the back of the tool to select the Wi-Fi icon. The tool LED lights will flash amber, green, red when entering pairing mode, and then go green when the tool has been successfully paired to the controller. The tool is now paired. This MTC controller now has 2 tools paired to it. By looking at the wireless icons, the operator can tell one tool is connected via wireless radio, the other Wi-Fi. In order for the tool to function, a P-set and a job need to be created and assigned to the tool. We'll cover off on those steps in the next section, P-sets and jobs.